What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode 57 of Elude Stalwart playing the Project Ascension Andorhal PvP server. Once again, I'm Elude Stalwart, and today we're going to be playing Project Ascension on Elude. We're going to be grinding a bit. I'm going to try to recruit some more guildies. I'm going to see if I can get some more people to fill the ranks of the Stalwart Vanguard, and try to get at least a group of 5 that can run dungeons and maybe even pug raids like Upper Blackrock Spire and Dire Maw and stuff, to try to get all of our fellow guildies geared up. And yeah, we'll see how that turns out. Now, last we left off over here at the PvP vendor, we were gonna buy an ability reset, I think. Yeah, I think we're gonna hold off on that though. I haven't decided yet if that's what I'm gonna do. I need to amass enough gold to change my spec, and I haven't yet been able to fix my tank spec to my liking. I still have a few talents that are misplaced. I was tweaking it yesterday on the calculator, trying to figure out what I would do. Pink Rose is on. Let's say hi to Pink Rose. Hello, Pink Rose. Pink Rose is on their character Pink Rose, and off in the Barrens. I'm surprised by that. I'm surprised that they're in the Barrens. I wonder what is in the Barrens. Now I'm gonna get straight back out to farming the whatchamacallit. I was tweaking the settings on my SCADA. There we go. That's what I was right there. I wanted to try to make the whole thing more kind of see-through. The background already is. The bar's color needs to be I don't think this is not gonna work, is it? Alternate color. Yeah, that didn't do nothing. Okay. Our hearth is currently set to Everlook. We're out farming the Tainted Scar, I think it's called. Yeah, we're gonna burn that. We're gonna burn that hearth, I think. Hey, I'm doing well. Doing well. I'm about to go farming. And before we get cracking on that, I want to switch specs. I've actually been thinking about changing out my Void Walker. It's nice having this Void Sacrifice bubble, but it might be worth having another interrupt with the Fell Corehound thing. Before we get cracking, I think it might be worth creating enough water for us to have for the day. Leveling alchemy, nice. Very nice. At some point, I should consider leveling my blacksmith. But alas, another day goes by. I still got so many things I need to change with the spec. I'm gonna focus on grinding today. I'd like to buy enough for just a complete talent reset. That'd probably be cheaper. Alright, so we got about 30 food and water. That should be enough for now. We heal ourselves, so that's okay, I think. And this spec has band-aids already ready. I don't think I'll be running this spec. Well, we could start out. We'll start out this spec, and if it's too much of a hassle to try to keep up our hit points in this spec, we'll just switch back. Just leveling it till you come on, hee hee. Oh, okay, cool. Ah, nice. Care to join me? Alright, so we're gonna make a recruitment macro. Let's see. Sure. Okay, so let's invite Pink Rose. I'm heading out to Dark Whisper Gorge. On my way to Dark Whisper Gorge. Also, I'm in Discord. A smiley face. Hey people, Andorhal, no matter what you do, be yourself. You're beautiful in every way. Thanks, Amen. I gotta sneeze. Hold on, let me mute. Oh goodness, I almost blew y'all's ears up. How good is the PvE farming now? If you got a full set of traveler's backpacks, you can make about 50 gold until your bags fill up. And then when you go and sell, you can run back out and fill your bags up again for 50 gold. It's pretty much like you're getting grays from the Burning Crusade whenever you're farming these 3 different areas. Now we've tried a couple other areas where there's elite mobs that are 55 plus, and they don't seem to be dropping the advanced loot like the 3 farmable areas are. So like for example, we went to Western Plaguelands where the Scarlet folks are above. It's like up north. There's that whole Scarlet Crusade area. And you can pull big groups, and that's a great place to get rune cloth, but they weren't dropping the advanced loot, and those are like green for a level 60. They're level 55 pluses, and there were a lot of non-elites there as well. But it looks like if you're gonna solo grind, Dark Whisper Gorge is the place to be. Tribal Eyes, how's it going, man? Alex Chemisor says, have you checked Grim Batal? Actually, that's a good idea. I haven't checked Grim Batal yet. I need to go over that way. But there was another place we checked out as well that had level 55 pluses. Oh, here in Winter Spring, these caves have these dragonkin in it, like where you gotta go turn in that quest to talk to the lady at the top of the mountain. Those dragons didn't drop the advanced loot either. But Alex, I do want to check out Grim Batal. Whenever Peak Rose gets here, we'll grind this area out until we can't anymore. It looks like there's other people here, and then we're gonna go check out Grim Batal. A for effort, nice. Cheer. Tribal Eye says, I'm fine, just recovering from my operation that took place earlier. I might hop on Ascension today or tomorrow. Nice, man. Have you hit 60 yet on that other server? The loot is so fat. Lol. I know, right? Last night I was here and got murdered by Silverheart. The Greys are ridiculous. Yeah, indeed. Agreed. Alright, so we need to get buffed up. And we'll execute this guy. Go ahead and pop that. Elude is just one-handing this guy, damn it. Oh, maybe I should use both weapons and buff. Shake my head. Alright, so okay. KK. Let's see. I gotta get buffed up here and put my correct notifiers on. Do. Okay. There we go. Let's see if maybe he wants to join. Welcome. Pink Rose en route. Alright, so we'll get Wind Fury, put Frostbrand, we'll get buffed up. I think I did BRD with her yesterday. Oh, nice. So no introductions are needed here. Only for a couple minutes. Two, 3, 4, 5. Get these combo points laid out. Did he get my attack power? Yeah, he did. Good. Gonna get us some initiate here. I'll take that. I won't take that though. 4, 5. I'm counting my combo points, so if you hear me counting, that's why. Now I need a band-aid. Oh, A for effort is a healer. Yeah, boy. Four, 5. Two, 3, 4, 5 combo points. Yeah, A for effort said he saw you yesterday in Blackrock Depths. He said only for a little bit though. 4, 5 combo points. And one more to strike down some rage. He's a pretty good DPS hunter here. There's a little node there. Okay. Looks like we got this area to ourselves, so that's good. Oh yeah. We're tearing stuff up. He's doing about 525 DPS right now. And I am doing about the same. Alright. Is he good? Hey, you got Twig of the World Tree again. That's a good weapon. The minimum to maximum damage is really good. KK, thanks for the help. Salute. I missed every single interrupt. I missed every interrupt that time. I don't have any self heals either. I could have bubble healed, but damn. Thank you very much. Thanks, A, for effort. Yeah, it pays to have a pet with these guys. Oh my god, that loot! It actually is decent. The weapons sell for about $1 a pop. The two-handers are like $2.
Hello.
How's it going, Pink Rose? Welcome. Okay. He said his Q popped, so he's about to take off. Thank you. Alright, so what do we still need? I think we got all of our buffs. We're good. These are the big buffs too. Dang. See, alright. I also wanted to make a macro for guild recruitment. Let's say we'll change this one. /1. And we'll say even here. I'm gonna put you on follow for a second, Pink Rose, while I type this out. The Stalwart Vanguard. I'm gonna start recruiting people. Test DPS with the World Tree. Yeah, that'll be good. Is your maces maxed? Are you still needing to level your maces? Is recruiting. Nice, they are maxed. Cool. Is recruiting members. Is recruiting members. We currently need heals and we currently need heals and we'll say heals and tanks to make. We'll say heals, tanks, and DPS. Heals, tanks, and DPS to complete our 5-man groups, multiple, to gear fresh 60s and other specs. We'll leave it at that. We'll do also plan to pug raids. We do also Plan to pug raids when possible. It's a little bit of a weak recruitment message, but it's a small guild, so we'll be able to manage, I think, if we get a couple people. Alright, and I told them we're trying to complete a 5-man group, so they shouldn't be expecting very much. You got your alchemy to 105? Nice. I think my blacksmithing's around there somewhere. I can make level 30s some nice gear. Stamina, guild recruit, we'll call that. Alright, I'm done. Sorry, that took a little while. And then, yeah. Alright, ready to go. I'll eat the immolate, but I'm gonna interrupt those shadow bolts. Now, I'm gonna eat that shadow bolt, but I don't have to eat that one. Oh yeah, Pink Rosie did 561 DPS there. You're using that mace right now? Oh, nice. Now, you're strength stacking, right? Are you strength stacking? I'm stamina stacking currently. I need to switch to agility stacking with this build. You're all into strength? Cool. I'm all into agility right now. Agility helps out the hemo cleave. Alright, here's a mana stalker. These guys are easy. We the best has come online. We the best. There we go. Some mage silk cuffs. Oh snap. That loot. I'm gonna eat that immolate. Interrupt that shadow bolt. 4 and 5. Oh yeah. What up, homie? How's it going, man? How's it going? Let's get this mana stalker. 2, 3, 4, 5. Leveling got working a little. Ah, okay. Ah, nice. That's 1, 2. Rebuff that business. No, the opposite. It's the opposite of nice. He can't. He's got to go to work. He can't play. I've been grinding out the new farm spots. Currently doing Dark Whisper Gorge. I make about 50 gold by the time my bags fill. It's pretty nice. Oh, you watching the stream? Okay, I can stop typing then, good. Pigro says I'm doing 700. Yeah, this build's kind of good with the single target. It's very bursty. And having you here makes the difference because normally I gotta go through like a few rotations per pull. But with you here, I only gotta do 2 rotations. And I don't get hit as hard. Or as often. $500. You did 700 that pull. I saw you hit 700. Oh shit. Pink Rose stepping up today. Let's go the southern route. We the best. I love your name, man. It's a good name. Ken Canif says, have you used, or don't you use any armor reducer? Sunder armor, expose armor? No, actually. Should I be using armor reducers? I didn't think they really mattered too much. I'm gonna interrupt that shadow bolt so I don't die. I guess for these Slayer types, I could probably use armor reducer, but no, I don't currently use any. I'm gonna kite this guy away. Oh, we got 2. Shit will hit the fan. Alright, let's take this guy out quick. Popping my cooldown here. This dude here is gonna go down now. I think I should be able to pull him off of you. Yeah, there we go. 4, 5. Use our cold blood cooldown. We got macro to eviscerate. Yeah, this spec's all about that single target DPS. Interrupt that shadow bolt. 4, 5 combo points. Finish him. Oh, please don't kill me. I need Pink Rose's good deeps over here. No. This is the second time I've done that. When I bubble, I start bandaging. And as I'm bandaging, for some reason my character does not stop attacking. So he starts getting 2 ticks of a bandage off and starts like meleeing and interrupting my band-aid. So I gotta make another bubble. Cooldown macro. It's group loot, but I have it set to uncommon. Now it's set to rare. We won't get bothered with greens. Alright, so let's do a bubble cooldown. Bubble. Show tooltip. Show tooltip. Cast bubble. It's probably not called bubble. It's called Divine Shield. Divine Shield. Shield. And slash stop attack. Is that right? Alright, here we'll copy that and let's see if we could just stop attack with this. We have that copied. Let's see. We're attacking. We're attacking. That does stop attack. Okay. Okay, it does. Okay. So we'll paste that back. Put this as our bubble and escape. Yeah, there we go. So now when I bubble, I won't continue to attack. Get some combo points on her. We're gonna have to eat that one, but we don't have to eat that one. And we'll band-aid. Oh, we're being immolated. Damn. Damn, immolate. Damn. Alright, we got a pack coming. I'm gonna head him off and kite him away. Come this way, bro. Or not. It's weird, my Mortal Strike doesn't appear to be going on cooldown for some reason. Even though it is on cooldown. I don't even know I have Water Shield. I don't have anything that uses mana other than buffs. What am I missing? My combo finisher? Tome, Greater Blessing of Wisdom. These guys keep dropping Draconic for dummies. What is that about? I don't understand. Oh, there's a dungeon back here? What dungeon is this? I'm curious. Oh, it's locked. I can't get any closer than this. I didn't know there was a dungeon over here though. Oh no, that's an opening that leads to... What is that? What is this zone? Mount Hygel? Is that what this is? It's like a big explosion area. I don't know what that is. That's Mount Hygel, I think. Yeah, Hygel. So that's how you get to Hygel. Huh. Good to know. I'm coming, Pink. Actually, this is why I got my Water Shield. Travel Form and Blink. Good PvP utility. Don't really have any application here, though. Nader says, at Tribal Eyes, get well soon, dude. Yeah, man, for real. We're a couple of assassins here, Pink. That wasn't as good of a drop. Got to make sure we're cleaving off all of our rage. Nice. Those guys don't really drop very good items. Just pause and main. Did we get back here already? There's a guy back here. I don't want to charge him through this hill because I know I'll fall through the world. There we go. I don't like falling through the world. Master Hat of Fiery Wrath. Plus 40 fire damage. It looks legit. Looks like a Michael Jackson helm. What are those called? Fedoras? Is that a fedora helm? I think we've done all this area. Streamer FR, what's going on, man? Hello, Elude Stalwart. Hello, the chat. Streamer FR says hi, guys. Buffs Elude, never forget. Alex in stream was telling us we should check out Grim Batal as well. I haven't found out yet if there are any other areas than the ones they've mentioned available for the whatchamacallits, available for the increased loot. I know yesterday we checked out the Dragonkin in the cave in Winter Spring and the Scarlet people, and neither one of those looked like they had increased loot. But I am curious, the ones outside of Grim Batal are higher level, so maybe those would have increased loot. So maybe after we go turn in this time, we can heart to Ironforge and fly out to Wetlands and see if those have any good drops. It'd be nice to have like a kind of a secret area that only, well, us in the stream know about at least. I gotta fix this cooldown on my Mortal Strike. Cleave, Battle Stance, Show Tooltip, Mortal Strike. Oh, 813? You peaked at 813? Nice. Should be showing the correct cooldown. Let's keep your vengeance rolling, come on. You don't want to let that vengeance fall off. Did you get any gear upgrades? Or is this that same gear that you had yesterday? You're probably just getting more used to it, huh? That's good. Four, 5. Ooh, look at all these. Heart-seeking crossbow. This is a really good crossbow. I had this for a while. I wasn't able to replace it for a bit. Ravage. All these tomes, man, I hope they start selling for a good amount. So we sure are getting a lot. I think our guild bank's almost full of those. Oh shit. Oh, time to test the macro. I should not be auto-attacking. What? Even if I'm bubbled and I get attacked, it's still, That's kind of whack. I didn't know that. Is Pink Rose streaming? I don't know. Are you streaming, Pink Rose? Do you stream? No, right? Okay, no. No, Pink Rose isn't streaming. Pink Rose is actually a member of the stream. She watched the stream a lot before she got her laptop. And now that she's got her laptop, she's running with us. I think Pink Rose has been a viewer as long as Project Ascension has been out. Like as soon as I started this series. And you know, every day I've streamed when nobody else was watching, Pink Rose was watching. Streamer FR says, okay, it's out of subject, but I think I'm gonna buy the 4G out of Boyd Telecom. Or Boyd Telecom. Oh, you're gonna get your 4G Wi-Fi? What is this, is this your phone plan? Is it like a French cell phone provider service? Are you calling me, sir? What? How do you what? Mirror? Like you're looking in the mirror? M-I-R-R? O-R. M-I-R-R-O-R. Look at that mystic rune. Ooh, yummy. Increased loot. Did you get it, sir? Because you're running with ads and it's pretty damn... Oh man, that sucks. Are you getting ads on my videos though? Or are these like your provider's ads? My videos shouldn't have ads. Or on Steam, actually on Twitch rather, Twitch might have ads because I'm not a partner on Twitch. Well, I'm not a partner on YouTube either, but I don't really know how Twitch works. I think you have to watch an ad the initial startup, but after that there shouldn't be any ads. Did you just regen with rest? Yes. I have conjured cinnamon rolls and conjured crystal water. I'll eat and drink at the same time while I'm resting. And then also Pink Rose has been tossing me heals. Your bags are full? Wow, your bags are full? Oh, did you have a bunch of mats from whenever you were farming? Ah, okay. Well, here, I'll put it on free-for-all and I'll grab the rest of the loot. And if anything good drops, we can trade. Wow, awesome. Yeah, man. It's cool because you can conjure food and conjure water for 1 ability essence. Whereas most moves cost 2 ability essence to train. So, Arcane Mage has conjure water and conjure food. Both of those are 1 AE a piece, so you can get food and water for just 2 AE. And then rest is like the poor man's water and food. If you can't afford any food and water, you can just stand there and rest for a while. So it's pretty nice. It's not too bad whenever you don't have any intellect to rest your mana back up, but it still takes a lot longer than if you would have just had some kind of water. And with conjure food and water in the Book of Ascension here, they also have a skillful Book of Ascension in the major city. You can train the max rank of spells pretty easily. Let's go further north because we haven't finished clearing north. Or would that be this way? That would be this way, I'm sorry. We need to take a right. Streamer FR said awesome. Hell yeah, man. I usually grab a heal instead of conjure food, and I'll just run with water. Just have conjure water with a heal. But this spec was supposed to be my PvP spec. I wasn't planning on having to fight for very long. So I was like, I probably don't need a heal. I'll just run in, do my damage, and die. It turns out this is a better PvE spec than I anticipated though. Because it does decent single target damage, and then once I picked up Whirlwind, I tied that with Cleave. And, oh, run, run, run. I'm gonna kite him back this way, Pink Rose. We can't take two of those. Alright, I'm gonna go invis. You have them both on you. I gotta bubble off that debuff. Keep running, keep running. We need to run all the way back here. That one reset. Okay, we're good now. Oh, I had an error. The AIO had an unexpected blase blah blah. Come to me, lady. I'm kiting her back away from them mana hounds. Four, five. Finish him. Nice. Alright, we could take mana stalkers. Those aren't any problem. Those shadow bolt chicks, if you don't have an interrupt, they're pretty rough. I was actually thinking about getting a succubus for my tank pet. Because I think they do pretty good damage. And they charm too, so like in battlegrounds, I can charm people. I remember back in the day whenever I used to run BGs, there'd be warlocks that had those. And it always sucked because they would charm you for a second. I'm a-coming. I'm trying to rebuff here. Yeah, these mana hounds aren't too bad, but it sucks if you actually use mana because they'll burn it all off. This area is a lot easier to grind than the other area though. I need improved error frame to disable errors, but it's a 1.12 add-on. You don't know if it works on Ascension. I use a swatter. Swatter's an error kind of grabber for me. But it doesn't get them all. It gets most of them though. If I didn't have swatter enabled, I'd probably see a lot more errors. But usually whenever they release little patches and stuff like that, like this gold patch, I'll see errors for a little bit until they figure out what's causing them on their side, or enough people report that there are errors. But that one was a new one by me. Torch of Austin. Plus 10 fire resistance. It's a 1.4 speed wand. It has the random enchant of increasing damage done by lightning bolts, bursts, and shocks. Not bad. Oh, hey Pink Rose. When you logged yesterday, do you have max rank or do I need the book? Buy from vendor, it's free. What's that? Buy what from the vendor? I was gonna tell you, Pink Rose, yesterday I was looking at my tank spec, and remember I told you I kept getting deflected and dodged and parried and stuff like that, and I needed more expertise. Well, it turns out I didn't have my hit rating. I went into and I may have even done this for you actually, so I actually wanted to tell you. If you look inside of the druid's tree, it's the balanced druid's talents, and it's like the level 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 tier. Balance of power on the right side. I picked that up on this guy too. That only applies to spells. So where I thought I was getting 4% hit rating, actually isn't giving me hit rating. It's actually giving me spell hit rating. So if I ever cast a Shadow Bolt, that's really useful, but on this spec and even my tank spec, I don't have any spells. They're all melee special attacks. I got contact. There's like a bad guy somewhere nearby. Bubble, damn you! So even while you're bubbled, for some reason, you can't band-aid up completely if they're attacking you. But yeah, even on this spec, I gotta change out that balance of power because that's just spell hit. It reduces the damage you take from spells, which is kind of useful, but it only gives you spell hit rating, so that's not so useful. Unless you're a caster, of course. Which I'm not. I'm a melee. So I wanted to make sure I didn't tell you to pick that up. Your Holy Paladin has one like that where you get 2 points to get 4 hit rating, but that one actually is spells and attacks, and that's the correct one. I just assumed the Balanced Druid was the same one. It turns out it's not. Oh, I see what you're saying, streamer. That wand I just got was from a vendor. I got 3 slots left. The Torch of Austin. It's yeah, it says buy from vendor too. Sells for 3 gold. It's probably one of those traveling vendors, huh? A Librum of Fervor. Now, is there some whack food item I can replace to pick this up? What can I get rid of? Anything here? Let's see. Let's get rid of our blacksmithing hammer, because if we need to actually make something, we can... Oh, there's a boulder stone hammer too. My bags are completely full, Pink Rose. Here, let's eat these 3. Or let's destroy these 2 band-aids, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, we'll destroy the band-aids. There we go. Alright, I'm maxed to the limit now. So you wanna, can you port us to Ironforge? And then we'll go from Ironforge to Menethil Harbor to check out the Grim Batol area for Alex. I don't know if you're still around, Alex, but we're gonna find out right now. We're gonna see. Ooh, that was a quick port. Thanks. Alright, so we're gonna go vendor and sell. And then I'll be able to take them 2 points out on this spec. I'll be able to take them out of the spell hit talent that I got.
Would you like to purchase something?
Look at that. Sell-O-Matic. I love this add-on. It just sells all your grays as soon as you talk to a vendor. Oh, you don't need to check it for you because you've already there? So is it actually a decent farm? Does it have the increased loot? Look at that. These boots sell for 214 gold on the auction house? Why? 4 strength, 9 stamina, 14 spirit. Why would these sell for so much? That's not right. For the Mog, I guess? The transmog? That's something I should probably consider whenever I'm vendoring stuff, is whether or not the MOG is worth it. Even this hammer could be good for mogging. This is a vendor wand, we don't need that, right? I don't know about increased loot, but for 28 minutes, 55 plus gold solo farming. Oh, okay. For 28 minutes though, that's not bad. Even this hat could be useful for mogging. I'm gonna try to auction house these. And if there's no other hat here, I'm gonna put it up for a bigger price.
Off and away.
Off and away. You need to go to the bank. Me too. I gotta hit up the bank myself. And you know, since we're heading out to the Grim Batal area, maybe we should just head to South Shore and burn some of these mystic runes. I don't know if you have any, but I got about 9 I could use right now. And I'm sure there are still items on my PvP set, tank, or DPS set that need to be reforged. Where's the guild bank? Here it is. Look at all these tomes. Guild bank's lagging on me. Strange.
You got my attention.
I got his attention. This here can go. I'm gonna sell all these patterns on the auction house too. I've been saving them for blacksmithing, but I don't think I need to do that. Even these iron bars. Skin of Shadow, I'll keep that. This Librum. Draconic for dummies. I was hoping if I kept this in the bank that it wouldn't actually drop for me anymore, but it has been, unfortunately. I'm even gonna sell this. I've been wanting to save up mats for getting getting enchants, my gear enchanted, but I think I'm just gonna sell the mats too. The rest of these are quest items and stuff. Arcanite Champion. I'm gonna hold on to that one. That's a decent recipe. Okay. Is that it? That's everything? I think that is. I'm carrying these runes of teleportation and stuff, even though I don't do portals anymore. Okay, I'm done here. Now we need to auction, and I'd like to get some more arrows. I don't know if there's an arrow vendor around here. And we'll spam this again. The Stalwart Vanguard is recruiting members. We're currently in need of heals and tank and DPS to complete our 5-man groups to gear fresh 60s and other specs. We do also plan to plug raids when possible. Noah Lynch said, "Hey, what you been doing?" Grinding those new elite mob farming areas. I just did a rotation, and before I auction off the items that I got to auction, I made 47 gold. I had almost no gold going out there, so I made about 47. And now I'm gonna sell these, and we'll see if anything here is gonna be worth it. I'm gonna sell this for half that price. Well, even like a third of that price, we'll say. See if anyone will buy it for the MOG. This one also we could sell for the MOG. And this hat, we're gonna make that 40, because that's a pretty moggable hat there. And then we're gonna sell all these blacksmithing plans that have been cluttering my bank. I don't expect them to sell for too much. What? Oh, this is soulbound? Okay. Let's sell 5 stacks of 4. And then these will sell for 6 of 1. And get rid of that. Illusion dust, we could sell 2 of those. It's good to see that there's none on the auction house. So these 2 are soulbound. That's weird. And we had a shield. Wow, 39 gold, really? Okay. I think that's it. Alright, and we'll sell this rune cloth. Just for giggles. I don't think it'll sell very well. Alright, so I'm wasting hit rating here with balance of power. What else did I want to change to then? Now we're heading to wetlands, right? I'm on my way, Pink Rose. I don't know where a vendor for arrows and stuff would be. I could use some reagents though. Wind Fury Totem? No, I don't think I'm gonna get Wind Fury Totem. That's melee haste. I could have got melee haste with slice and dice and flurry and like there's a few things I could have picked up. If Wind Fury Totem was like OG Wind Fury Totem, I would definitely do that, but it's not. It's just you get 2 or 3% melee haste, which I guess is good. I don't know. I feel like I could pick up something better. This whole spec revolves around me spamming hemorrhage. Like that's this spec in a nutshell. So something that I could put points into that would benefit that would probably be best. I'm probably going to get hit rating since I'm dual wielding currently and I got almost 7% hit with my gear. When I get in flight I'll show you how much more hit I got. If anything, I'll make my offhand do more damage. Here, look, let me see. Eludes damage. You're heading to South Shore for random enchants, right, Pink Rose? I'm on my way. South Shore. Alright, so Hemorrhage is doing 30% of my DPS. Followed next by my melee attacks, and then Eviscerate's doing almost 18% of my DPS. Wind Fury is my main hand weapon enchant, and it's doing 9% of my DPS, followed by Mortal Strike and Cleave. Deep Wounds is doing 3% of my DPS, and then Frost Brands being followed up by that. I could get Deep Wounds spec'd out further, and that might jump up to about as much as Mortal Strike, I think. Because Deep Wounds is right now, it's just the single rank. But also, if I put more into hit rating, Frostbrand will jump up above 3%. So what do we think we should do? 2 talent points increases your chance to hit while dual wielding by an additional 1%. Streamer FR says, and Impale? Impale's pretty legit for warrior abilities. That would help cleave out. Maybe something that makes Eviscerate hit harder too. I'm standing in front of them a lot. Pink Rose, you have True Shot Aura, right? No, you don't. Maybe I could put 2 points into Unleashed. Oh, you do have True Shot Aura? Okay. So we're getting attack power from Pink Rose's True Shot Aura. I'm thinking increasing my chance to hit would probably be my best bet. Further increasing hit rating will give me more rage for cleaving as well. Oh, I only got 1 point into Enlightened Judgments? That's a mistake. I need to put 2 points into that for sure. So that leaves us with 1 point. That concerns me. I wonder why I only had 1 point into that. So now with this at almost 7, we're getting another 4% here. So That's 11. That's all spells and attacks too. Deadliness is a good pick, increasing our attack power even further. I might do that. Yeah, we're gonna do deadliness, I think. Premeditation, combo points, nah. AoE damage reduced, nah. Honor among things. Whenever anyone in your group critically hits, they have a chance to add a combo point. This cannot occur more than once every second. Honor among thieves? I don't know. I'm thinking more hit rating. I don't want to just put 1 point into it. Here, let's increase deep wounds damage. I could put 1 into impale. 20% more damage on crit, but that's specifically for warrior abilities. So the only warrior abilities I have are Mortal Strike, which is almost guaranteed to crit when I charge because of Juggernaut. I'll put 1 point into Impale. So that'll give me 10% increased crit damage from Mortal Striking. And maybe that'll affect Deep Wounds too. I don't know if Deep Wounds actually crits, but we'll try Impale. We'll see how that works out. Alright, are we being followed? Bond? No, we're not being followed. Oops, I'm heading the wrong way. I'm coming, Pink Rose. You just got Hunter versus Wild enchant on the weapon? Oh, that's nice. I like Hunter versus Wild, especially like when we're stam stacking. Streamer FR says, oh, for warrior abilities. I didn't see that. No worries. That'll help our Mortal Strike hit harder. It'll hit 10% harder when it crits. And also, with improved charge, I can charge every 15 seconds. So that means every 15 seconds I can get the Juggernaut buff. And what Juggernaut does is, following a charge, my next Mortal Strike has a 25% chance to critically hit if used within 10 seconds. So that 25% is further increased by the fact that I got 30% chance to crit. So every time I charge, I'm effectively getting like a 55% chance to crit. So like every other Mortal Strike is going to crit, and then this is going to hit for 10% more damage after I crit. And the damage it does is 110% of my weapon plus 160. So my weapon's doing 151 about, and then 110% of that. It's gonna hit for, like, you know, pretty good chunk of change. So it wasn't a bad recommendation. I think that that's gonna help us out a lot. I just gotta remember to charge and Mortal Strike. And I Mortal Strike whenever I initially go in, and then I also Mortal Strike to dump rage as I've been like hemorrhage stacking and eviscerating. And in a PvP setting, I imagined I would be charging every 15 seconds, so I would get Juggernaut every 15 seconds. And also in a PvP setting, I would be maintaining that Mortal Strike debuff. Excuse me. Pink Rose got a sick leg enchant. Oh, nice. Reduces duration of all disarm effects by 25% and increases movement speed by 8. This does not stack with other movement speed increasing effects. So you got Pursuit of Justice, rank 1. Nice. Increases your armor value items. That's cool. I need to get some decent weapon enchants. I think I'm just going to work on my weapons today. Because my main hand increases the effectiveness of my nature heals. And that's whack. Streamer FR says, hey YouTube. What's up, Streamer FR? Intensity reduces the pushback suffered when casting destro spells. Change to YouTube because there's too many pubs on Twitch. True dat, man, true dat. Thick hide increases your armor contribution from cloth and leather items. That could be pretty decent for tanking. Let's get our offhand enchanted. That's at least usable on our main hand. Let's see if we can get something fancy with our offhand. Improve flash heal, no thank you. Efficiency, mana cost of your shots and stings, no thank you. Pink Rose says, hi stream. Hi stream. Healing prayers, mana cost of prayer of healing and prayer of mending, no thank you. Persistent blizzard, increases chance for blizzard. Oh, increases duration of blizzard. Pure of heart, reduces the duration of disease and poison effects. My main hand is from Upper Blackrock Spire off of Rind. It's Dalrin's Sacred Charge. It's one of a two-piece set, and Dalrin's Tribal Guardian is the one that I'm kind of shooting for. I want to get that one because it has actual tank stats on it. All right, so we got one more random enchant. Should we re-enchant this one? Here, let's keep that one because that's at least usable, and find something that doesn't have any enchants on it. I think I have at least an item with something that doesn't have anything on it. Bracers, charge. No, it's in the bank. Okay, so let's just go ahead and burn it on our offhand again. One more again. Cross your fingers. Slaughtered from the shadows. This reduces the energy cost of backstab and ambush, and the energy cost of hemorrhage, and increases all damage done. That's actually a pretty good one. We're actually spec'd for that, so that works out. So that'll reduce the energy cost of hemorrhage and increase all the damage we do by 1%. So right now we got a 106% damage increase. And then when we do our hunger for blood, that'll be 111%. Sweet, all done here. Let's go find a flight path and go check out Grim Batal. Hey, it's a Suba wave. You ready to go check out Grim Batal, Pink Rose? Alright. Pink Rose is ready. So we ended up getting more hit rating after all, because we didn't have the correct hit rating stat fully spec'd out. And we improved the crit strike damage bonus of our mortal strike when we charge in. We also got a random enchant for reducing the cost of hemorrhage and increasing all my damage done. And then for our main hand, we got increases armor contribution from cloth and leather items, and that'll also translate to our off spec as well. So when we go tank mode activate, we'll actually be able to have a little bit less damage coming our way. Hemorrhage, with all the damage or the energy cost reductors, is only 30 energy per cast right now. I think that's right. I think it's taking into account all the energy cost reductions. One of these here, finishing moves can no longer be caused. Maybe it's in the subtlety tree. Increases agility. Tricks of the trade. Slaughter from the shadows. Okay, so right now it's as if we have 6 points into slaughter from the shadows. And where it's at now, we're getting 5 energy less of a cost on hemorrhage because we have these 5 points. And then, yeah. Okay, so it's like we have 6 points in slaughter from the shadows. Very nice. Alright, flight path. Oh, it's over here.
Greetings.
Show me where I can fly. I want to fly to Minotaur Harbor.
Go.
Is that the Kroll blade for the offhand? Yeah, this is the Kroll blade. I got that in the same dungeon actually, Upper Blackrock Spire, I think. It's a pretty decent offhand. I thought it was going to be my main hand when I grabbed it, but Dalrin's Sacred Charge is actually 1 point bigger on the minimum and the maximum. And 2.8 speed is just about where we want to be for dual wielding our Wind Fury and our Frostbrand. I think both of those benefit from a 2.8 speed weapon because of the procs per minute and how that converts. We're flying to Minotaur Harbor. We're gonna go check out Grim Batal. If we can do like Alex was saying, if we can do 28-minute rotations with 55 plus gold, that might be worth it. Of course, he solos it. Okay, I'll bring my book out when we land. Yeah, the name of the game right now is gold. We're farming gold right now. We want to try to amass enough gold to fix and tweak the 2 specs that we've been running. Our hemorrhage, our single target DPS / PvE spec is turning out pretty legit. I'm surprised because this was originally intended to be my PvP spec. I wanted to be like a quick rush in and murder the bad guy types, like assassin in the battlegrounds. Turns out it's not so great. You got Oh, Streamer FR is now part of the Stalwart Vanguard. Welcome to the Stalwart Vanguard, man. If you ever play Project Ascension, you roll an alliance tune, let me know and we'll get you in the guild. I'm going to start trying to grow it more. I've been spamming today for people to join. We're going to see if we can at least get a group of 5 so we can run some dungeons and stuff. And we're looking for tanks and healers primarily, but thank God. Auburn says, thank God a new guild that isn't probably drunk. And Snore says, wow, I see. Snore, I think, is the leader of probably drunk. Streamer FR says, okay, you don't take Wind Fury Totem because you have the weapon enchant. Yeah, but Wind Fury, it doesn't work the way it used to. I don't know if I'm actually hurting myself by having it because the reason why I got it was for that bursty main hand. I wanted my bursty main hand to kind of give people sporadic damage as they're like, as I'm spamming hemorrhage, that should be hitting pretty hard since I buffed it up. And I wanted Wind Fury to proc every once in a while and really like kind of burst them a little bit. Alex says, I'm farming there again. Well, 3 grays per mob, every 3rd mob drops. So 3 grays per mob and every 3rd mob drops something decent. Oh, let me give you the book. Here you go. I want to replace Battle Shout and get Blessing of Might, but I haven't been able to afford it yet. You don't want Trash Blade instead of Rend? What do you mean Trash Blade instead of Rend? I guess I could get 2 Kroll Blades. But Dalrin's Sacred Charge is a little... It's actually equivalent. Dalrin's Sacred Charge has a little bit less strength. It has 3 less strength, but if I get the 2-piece, then I'll get that 50 attack power bonus, which would be like having 25 more strength. And also Dalrin's Tribal Charge, or Tribal Guardian rather, has tank stats on it, like increases armor and stuff. It's not as good as the Kroll Blade actually, but I figured for tanking, like that could be my tank weapon. For DPS, yeah, I want this Kroll Blade, and I'll probably actually want a second one. But let's see. Black Fathom, no, Black Rock Depths. Actually, I remember where I saw it. It was in Sets and Collections, Miscellaneous Sets, Classic Sets, Dalrin's Arms. So right here, Dalrin's Tribal Guardian is 100 armor. It increases defense rating by 10, and it doesn't do as good minimum to maximum damage, but it's faster. It'll be a faster offhand, so it'll be hitting more often, and it'll also give me that 50 attack power. So it's a tank weapon. I mean, and it's an offhand tank weapon. And the whole theme behind my tank spec is dual wield tanking, so it would make sense to have the only offhand in the game that offers defense stats other than a shield. You know what I mean? Or at least that's how I figured. I mean, I don't know of any dual wield tanks. Maybe enhanced shaman back in the day, like an OG vanilla enhanced shaman. But those guys usually just opted for the shield anyways, because I think they even benefited from having a shield. I think they could spec into what you call it? What the hell are they spamming in chat? They saying some stuff, I don't know. Alright, Grim Batal. We're heading for Grim Batal right now. And that is this way. So this is how you get there. Oh, come on. Don't mess with me, Carbonite. There you go. So we're about 2 minutes away. The is an axe. I usually don't mess with those. They put a custom custom link for an item that's in the game. The black slicer. So they finagled the code to be able to put that link in the game. I wonder what the macro for that looks like. Increased damage done by your arcane and crit strike chance. So arcane spells and crit strike chance by 3. And they did it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a 15% or 15% crit strike and spell damage. Chance on hit to wound. It's kind of I guess the Black Rock Slicer. Okay. Looks like a razor blade. Weird. Pink Rose said percent up carrot and percent asterisk. The axe. They're doing the same thing with the Thunder Fury Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. Try to type Trash Blade on Atlas. Okay, let's see. Trash Blade. No match found for Trash Blade. I think the Trash Blade, is that the actual name of it? Trash Blade? Or do you just mean the blade that drops off of trash in Black Rock Depths? Or Upper Black Rock Spire? Trash mobs. Manual for eviscerate and some other things. Alright, we're at our location, so we'll have to revisit that. Yeah, normal because it's a quest. Alright, here's a level 58 Wormkin. Let's check him out. Oh, and that shadow bolt don't do nothing. Or fireball, I guess that was. Two silver, two silver. Noah Lynch says thrash. Oh, it's the thrash blade. My bad. Let me see. Let's do thrash blade. Oh, it's an heirloom. I can't do anything about an heirloom. It's a heirloom from Wintergrasp, a bind on account. This is the battle worn thrash blade. That's all it is it's just an heirloom. Those aren't in the game yet. Group loot, please. Oh, my bad. I'm sitting here taking everything. Good call, Pink Rose. You go that way, I'll go this way. I think we could solo most of these. Ow. Maybe I should eat up. I think you can loot the one I killed. Let's take out Axstraws X. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Too stubborn to bubble. I was operating outside the global cooldown. No, can I put a link so you can see it? What, the Thrash Blade? Yeah, if you want, man. A link to the Thrash Blade, let's see. WoW 3.3.5 Thrash Blade. Nightbot's gonna get mad at you if you try to, though. Hold on. It's a one-handed sword. The lag killed you? Damn, Pink Rose. Damn. I see it. It says all these things. We don't want WoW head. We'll say Vanilla WoW. Vanilla WoW Thrash Blade. You talking about this one? Yeah, I don't think that's in the game, is it? It's a quest reward from slaying Princess Theradris near Shadowprey Village in Desolus. 66 to 124 damage. And my current main hand is 81 to 151 damage. I guess just because it has the chance on hit to give you an extra swing. That would probably be pretty cool with like a flurry axe. Or even the iron foe. I think I'd probably want to go for the iron foe. Dual wield the iron foe. Just might as well go ham if we're gonna do an extra attack granted swing thing. Know what I mean? Mr. Emperor. I'm looking at Blackrock Devs. Yeah, that's right. Where is he? Emperor, this guy. We'll get some iron foe action. Chance on hit to grant 2 extra attacks. Might as well, right? Alright, let's get him, Pink Rose. He's critting me. He's critting me hard. Damn. Alright, I'll go tank. We're gonna kill that damn thing. Alex says it's not worth killing it though. Oh, dang. So maybe we should just ignore it. It's a pride thing, I think, at this point. We have to do it for honor. It's many dishonor on our family if we don't kill him. Let me just disable all the stuff from this spec. And enable all the stuff from this spec. And we're gonna get the Void Walker out here. I think I found out it's about 3k or like 80 intellect to get all my buffs. The big chunk's the Void Walker, so that's already done. Get rid of that, put our tank gear on, get rid of that. Frostbrand main hand, Earth Living offhand, get our Blessing of Sanctuary, Lag, Righteous Fury, Demon Armor, Frost Armor, and Seal of Light. I'm also thinking that I could probably pull more mobs at a time if I'm in the tank mode activate. And I think tank mode activate likes strength. So we're gonna go all strength for the tank mode. Good, good. Thanks Pink Rose for the innervates and stuff. We're gonna grab all you mugs. Come on now. And your friend, yeah, that's right. And you. Come on. This is for honor. Oh, no you don't. Come here. Most excellent. Yeah, he gave us 2 greens. That was worth it. Oh, some grays. Are these the upgraded grays? Let's see. 51 silver, 42 silver. Even those aren't bad. Yeah, this is probably worth it. Alright, Pink Rose, I'm going to gather everything. Oh yeah, I'm going to stay tank here. Any reason why this guy doesn't like to aggro? Please aggro. Please aggro. Why doesn't it see me? There it is. Come at me. And here we go. Sorry, Pink Rose. This AoE is kind of rough. That heal didn't reach you for some reason. There we go. It took me too long to get them all grouped up there. We need to get out of that AoE. It hurts. I'm gonna die from bleed dots. Youch. Okay, so we'll single out those caster types and kill those. I want to see something too. Spell. Yeah, alright, we do. These guys can't figure out what class of magic they want to roll with. They're using fire and shadow. Yeah, they're dropping the upgraded loot, Alex. These are all caster types. And these guys are even less tanky than the ones in the Tainted Scar, or Dark Whisper Gorge rather. A good single target DPS could probably take these out really good. Other than that dragon out front. The big one, I mean. We gotta get these guys this way too. I didn't see them over here. I can get a handful of these guys. Oh, sorry, Pink Rose. I'm coming. I was trying to get a big group. We'll probably only take 3 of these at a time. I don't know if agility's better or strength's better. Agility gives me more armor and dodge. Maybe I should go all agility. Alright, we'll get 3. I'm trying to save my heal for whenever the Mortal Strike falls off. Did you get a consecration at all, Pink Rose? I see it on your damage here. I would say only whirlwind and only consecrate when there's 3 or more targets. And then divine storm whenever there's 2. So as soon as there's a second one, divine storm pays off. But consecration with your vengeance stacked up hits really hard. Come this way. I'm gonna get 3 here. I'll see if that makes any difference. Is there more? Did we get turned around? Oh no, this is Grim Batal. We may need to mount here. Your bags are nearly full? I got like 20 slots here. Let me know and I'll just switch it back to free for all. I don't know if there's anything else over here. Pete Vega, hey, how's it going? So in your opinion, are these more worthy of farming than the other spots? I think definitely. They're a lot less hit points. They are dropping the advanced loot. Just doing that initial run through, I think that the beginning, the first mobs started respawning. Those big guys, I do better with tanking melee dudes than casters, so like I can group up a lot of those melee guys together. Those elite guys that we just finished with just now, with the Mortal Strike and the Sunder Armor and Blast Waves and shit, those are harder to pull more of. But if you're a legit tank, I think you could probably handle it. I'm kind of a in-between tank right now, so I can't handle as much of those. But yeah, definitely I think these are worth it. I would have liked to have done a rotation. Maybe the area might be big enough for me to farm it a little better if I go up one side of the road and then turn around and go down one side of the road all the way back. That could probably keep us busy enough to keep the rotation going as things are spawning. But the gear, yeah, Pink Rose filled up her bags just about, and my bags are almost full as well. I think it's definitely worth it. They're dropping plenty of the grays. The only question would be, can you go and turn in? I think you could probably turn in pretty quickly here too if you just set your heart to Minotho Harbor. It would be just like Everlook, setting your heart to Everlook, and okay. Put me on follow, I got you. I'll try not to outrun you. But yeah, totally. I think that's definitely worth it. If you get the grind down right, the rotation down right. So these red Scalebanes, I think I could take these guys. I don't think these are the guys that are doing the bad business to me. At most, I think these guys sunder armor. And I can handle that. But yeah, this place might be the best kept secret right here. They just cleave, okay. So these red Scalebanes, they're low hit points. They only have 8k hit points. The ones in the Badlands have like 50,000 hit points, and the Tainted Scar and even Dark Whisper Gorge has like 17k hit points. So these have half of that, so yeah man, thanks. Appreciate it. Hell yeah. But this place is kind of like that Naga Island off of Dustwallow, the Alcaz Island, where it's really only good if 1 or 2 people are farming it. If anybody else shows up to this spot, then it won't be worth it. And I think the same is true for Dark Whisper Gorge as well. If anybody else shows up to Dark Whisper Gorge while you're there, you might as well find another place. Your last resort is that Tainted Scar, and it's probably best if you have a group to even do that one. Yeah, Alcaz Island, that's the one with the Nagas. And that one, they're not as tanky, but they have some shitty things they can do. Alright, I'm going to try to grab all these. Your bags are full? Alright, I'll set it to free for all. Come on. Definitely single target these red wormkin down though. The caster types by themselves hit pretty hard. Even this dragon guy, he hits pretty hard. Any kind of spell damage usually messes me up though. Now I got 2 stacks of a rend on me, that kind of sucks. Three stacks of a rend now. One rotation fills up our bags though, so that's pretty legit. Alright, let's see how many of these we can grab. Just 2 here. I'm rended. And that's it. Yeah, definitely a single man farm there. I'm gonna mark it actually. Let's add a note. Grinding spot. I think I could probably even manage that on my DPS spec. So if I ever need to make some funds and all the other areas are taken, that's definitely a good spot. That's interesting because they implied there would be more. Portal? Oh, okay. We can go to Ironforge. I was thinking about setting my hearth over there, but I've been changing my hearth to each new spot that we go to. You're probably right. It's probably best to port and then fly back out. It's nice too because after that rotation, I'll be able to move some of this spec around a little bit like I had planned. Because there's some expertise I want to get. Yeah, true that, Pink Rose. It's definitely quicker. I'm going to hit the reagent vendor here. Sell everything.
Would you like to purchase something?
Nope, just here to sell. I'm tempted to put these greens up, but maybe I should just be vendoring them and running back out, huh? Let's vendor and run out. Okay, so that gave me 44 gold. I'm going to fly back out there to Minethil Harbor now. I think I remember what I was going to do. I'm going to pull it up actually while I'm in flight. Yeah, Cellomatic. That's the add-on that just got rid of my whole inventory in an instant. That's pretty quick. Gonna armor up before we head out. So you basically did a 30-minute, 30 gold run. Right, and that was split between Pink Rose and I. She also got hers, and yeah, we died initially a couple times. We can hone that in even further, I bet, though. I'll actually even put a timer up whenever we start it. And I think if we just work our way up one way and down the other way, like I was saying, like we'll stick to one side of the road and then circle around to the other side of the road, we could probably just sit there and do circles in that area and just hold it down. Now, if it wasn't for that big dragon at the end, I could probably just go DPS spec and... Actually, let's try that. We'll ignore that dragon if we see him, but I'll go DPS spec and we'll just work our way one mob at a time and see if that's any faster. Alex says, doesn't matter, one run is full inventory for both of you. True that. Yeah, I guess you're right. I think we could probably go faster if I DPS'd and we did that rotation thing though. Let's see, what was I gonna get rid of? I've already picked up Vitality. Did I get rid of that already? Thunderclap and Cleave, I think I wanted to get rid of that. Oh, I did. I think I did already. Oh. With Insight, I think I wanted to put another point into Endurance. Oh, right. I'm going to pull that spec up. We're going to land in 20 seconds. Let's see if I can pull it up before I land. Options. No, not options. File, open. Where is it? The maybe one. Of course you don't, Void. Okay, so what is different then? We've got 205959. Frost Mage is 20. That's 20 on there as well. Let's get our grind location marked out. Go to. We'll chill for a second and wait for Pink Rose as I'm trying to figure this out. 4-4 into Combat Rogue. What am I missing in combat? Oh, right. This endurance. Fury. Oh, armor to the teeth. That's what I grabbed. But there's some other differences here. 4-8, 4-8, subtleties 2-1, demonology 6-4, that's right. Fury's 4-2. And here it's 2-3. Cleave. I got rid of Cleave. I need to get rid of Cleave and Insight though. Then Vitality has 3. So this round we'll get rid of Cleave. We'll put 2 into armor of the teeth, armor to the teeth. Even survival has some as well, but I don't. Where am I getting the points from? I think I despec'd the wrong thing here. 8. We'll get Insight next. Is Pink Rose here? Did you make it here, Pink Rose? Okay, we can start heading out. We'll get rid of Insight next. Vitality? I had 3 points into Vitality, but Prop Pally has a version of that already fully spec'd out. I think I got rid of, yeah, Touched by the Light. Okay. So, let's finish specking out the Prot Warrior's Vitality. I'm sorry, I'm getting hung up on shit. And then we'll put another point into the Rogues thing as well. Combat. Yes, another one and did this one. So now we're getting 4% stamina and our evasion's down to 120-second cooldown. And whenever we grabbed Vitality, we got an extra percentage of stamina and strength, which is being buffed by our Blessing of Sanctuary. And our expertise went up even another point. So now we have 6 expertise. And that'll reduce our chance to be dodged or parried by 1.5. Good, good. And this guy didn't have that balanced druid talent. We're going to get rid of Touched by the Light next. Oh, did we lose Pink Rose? You good, Pink Rose? I don't know if they said anything. Portal quicker. No. Yeah, Pink Rose is good. So what I'm doing with the tank spec is I'm taking points out of my damage increasing talents like Insight, and I had buffed Cleave as well. Because as a tank, like, does it really matter how much damage I'm doing? I need more survivability, right? So my idea was if I pick up both of these, like Vitality from the Prop Paladin, I get more strength, stamina, and I also get expertise, which all lend themselves to survivability. Strength gives me more parry. It also helps my attack power, which also helps me keep threat. And then stamina obviously just gives me hit points. But whenever I put 3 points from Touched by the Light over into Hunter versus Wild, I'll be able to convert 30% of my stamina. And whenever I'm doing dungeons, I'm stamina stacking. I'll be able to convert that to attack power, which will also help my threat generation. So that plus whenever I go over here to the Fury Warrior, I'll get armor to the teeth. So I'll have up to 3 attack power for every 108 armor value that I have. And currently I'm stacking Devotion Aura, Ice Armor, Demon Armor, and also wearing tank gear. And that's all increasing my armor as well. And then this Lion Horn of Stormwind, it'll have a chance when I get struck in combat to increase all my party members' armor by 250. So I'll get at least 2, maybe 2.5 of attack power. So times 3, I'll get like 6 attack power, or 6 to 10 attack power whenever that goes off. So yeah, it's all going to lend itself to buffing me up armor wise and attack power wise even more. And with improved defensive stance, I'll increase all the physical damage that I do by 10% whenever I'm enraged, and then I enrage whenever I dodge or parry an attack. So yeah, it's all starting to come together with tweaks and adjustments here and there. I was a little bit concerned with Touched by the Light because right now my strength is being converted to spell power, and that's also helping my crit heals by 30%. So whenever I do crit on a heal, I'll get 30% increased heals from that crit. But I don't really think I need it. I've been running without Earth Living as well, testing that out, because I'm getting healing power from Earth Living weapon in my offhand. That's also giving me a chance to proc the little heal over time whenever it crits, or procs. I think it's a proc. I don't really need it that much. Like, I don't find myself using that like them big heals too very often. And usually if I'm in a dungeon or a raid, I'm being healed so consistently, like I almost want to get rid of chain heal and just get chain lightning. But yeah, it's coming together. We're sorting it out. We'll get this dragon spawn and this dragon spawn. Here comes Pink Rose. We're hamstringed right now. They just started respawning at the gate. We're even gonna grab this. Ooh, kind of just wasted that. Okie dokie. Let's put it back on group loot. We rolling now. I don't know why I'd be missing that fireball or that kick. We can dodge more often, so I need to make sure I'm using that dodge as often as I can. Oh, we should have started the timer. Hello world, how are we doing? Extra Moms online. Checking on the community. Snore said, how many PvP kills do you need to get the staff title? That's funny. I think we can get all 4 of these. Cool, cool. Come to me. Moving right along. Feels like I'm doing more damage now. Have fun. See you from the gym. Alright, Pink Vega. See you in a bit, man. Got that Lion Horn of Stormwind buff there. Part of this spec that I'm starting to change into is switching out my Frostbrand and Earth Living to just get Rockbiter. I'm just going to dual wield Rockbiter. I'm going to switch to just stacking attack power as much as I can. Edenbrook, I don't know, they're fixed and work as we like. What are they saying? Hey Extra Mom, when are these disabled talents going to be fixed? And Extra Mom says, they don't know when they are fixed and work. I do not know when they are fixed and worked as we like. Oh, okay. So Extra Mom was saying that they don't know whenever those talents that are unavailable are going to be fixed. And they were suggesting that they'll probably be re-enabled whenever they're working the way they like them to. You're gonna get the Frost one, not that good. What do you mean, Pink Rose? You're gonna get the Frost one? You're talking about Frostbrand, the weapon enchant, the shaman thing? Oh, you're gonna get Rockbiter for attack power? Your highest damaging ability is Frostbrand right now. I'd say Frostbrand's doing pretty good for you. For me, however, Frostbrand's down to like 7%. Because I got a one-hander. So dual wielding Rockbiter is going to help my Thunderclap and Shockwave. Like all the things for my tank spec that scale with attack power. I think even Cleave in those are modified by attack power. Uh-oh. It looks like somebody's been clearing these. Yeah, these are barely starting to despawn. Trollin here. Trollin died from these guys. He's out clearing ahead of us. Yeah, I can only take 2 of these on at a time, so these guys are pretty rough. I think that's all of these. So that took us less than 5 minutes to work our way through. Let's head back to the start of it. Maybe we should kill Trollin. You gonna kill him, Pink Rose? I know you're bloodthirsty. Hey, if you're gonna throw down, I got your back, so it's up to you. When he dies, hug him. No, you're not gonna attack him? Okay, cool. Come on, let's go get our initial guys. We're gonna be fighting him for loots. The best we could do is make it not lucrative for him by cutting him off, by grabbing everything before he can get to it. Yeah, I got Rockbiter in my, or I mean Frostbrand in my offhand, and it's doing 7% of my DPS. Wind Fury's in my main hand, and it's doing less DPS. How does that work? Oh, no, no, no. I switched them. Damn, that's what the deal is. Actually, you know what? I'm not even spec that way. Let's focus the caster lady. And take her out of that AoE. Where is the caster? There. Why won't you die, caster? We gon' die. I'm gonna pop a health pot. Yeah, that caster can't go unchecked. They nuke us pretty hard. I can only interrupt once every 6 seconds, or 10 seconds rather. And then that AoE, that was something they were just putting there that stayed there. I couldn't do anything about that. Felon, I have seen you in this argument a million times. You don't listen, so why I argue with you? What are they talking about? Felon did something? Are stables fixed yet? So we may need to pick a different area. Yeah, one other person shows up and this isn't worth it. Oh, Phelan says, if you're a Clothy and a hunter kills you easily, that doesn't mean hunters need to be nerfed. True dat. So this is like Alcaz Island. It's a single person farm. Let's go either back to the Tainted Scar or Dark Whisper Gorge. Dark Whisper Gorge is kind of the same. I think Tainted Scar is the guarantee. So Stormwind, let's go to Stormwind and then we'll fly to Tainted Scar. Bernhard! What's up, Bernhard? How's it going, man? I always forget to pronounce your name correctly. We're doing the gold farming patch right now. And also recruiting members for the Stalwart Vanguard. Let me pull the macro out. Where is it? /M. Guild invite. Didn't see the stream, so I didn't know you were heading there. Heading where? To the... Was that you? Were you trolling? Hey, Pink Rose, I think that was trolling. Bernhard. Pink Rose said, hi. That was your laugh, Pink Rose. That's how you sound. Oh, it was you. Oh, okay, cool. Pink Rose said not to kill you too. I was like, should we kill him?
Hello.
Pink Rose saved you from our wrath. Yeah, man, you can have that area. We're gonna go to the Tainted Scar. It's consistently better for us each time. I mean, the fights take a while. They're very tanky, but in a group, it's doable. It's manageable. And we at least feel like we're doing something out there. I don't like having to change grind spots each time. That's a little less. I think for future reference, if I'm going to solo, I'll go out to the either Alcaz Island or the one we just came from out in Grim Batal. But for groups, I think the best is probably the Tainted Scar. And I think the larger group, the better for that one. Like if you could get a 3-person group, that would be the magic number, I bet. You know, I really wish I could get just a little bit more gold. Come on, sell something. No, nothing sold. Damn. Maybe I got something in the bank I can vendor. I've got this bow on. It gives me hit rating.
What can I do for you?
I bet you I could sell that for sure. This is a PvP bracer. This bow gives me strength and attack power. Whereas this bow gives me agility and hit rating. Yeah, I'm gonna chill with the bow I got. Nothing else. I wanted to try to see if I can vendor something, but this is the only thing I can vendor. Bernhard says, I ripped these dragons apart with a few mangles and them poisons. Nice. Yeah, those are very easily soloable, I noticed. They've only got like 7,000 to 8,000 hit points. The Alcaz Island, I think, is similar to that. And then a step up is Dark Whisper Gorge. Damn, still not there. Okay. I'm coming, Pink Rose. Sorry, it's taking me a while. Every time I come to a town. 9.5k? Oh, that's how many hit points they have? Yeah, it's nothing like the Dark Whisper Gorge where they have like 17k. And the place we're going to go to now, the Tainted Scar, has mobs that get up to 50k, 52k. But that just means it's less likely to be farmed by people. And some of their mechanics are pretty annoying too, so that makes it even less likely that there's people out there farming it. So it's almost guaranteed loot, at least that way. Yeah, we get better drops there. You think so, Pink Rose? I think so. I think we get better, like, we get more greens and we get more mystic runes that way. But I really think it's just also the fact that we're able to consistently kill. Like, we're able to keep farming. Even if there are people in the area, there's still plenty of mobs to go around. So we're getting more chances for drops there as well. And that's probably what makes it seem so much better. Okay, so whatever I did for this is working. This is what I want. Let's bring it down to that. And even the title bar, bring it down to that. I wanted to try to make the moves list here more see-through. The background even, bring that down. Title bar, let's just bring it all the way down. Background all the way down. And bars, I'm changing all the opaqueness of my bars and stuff. Bernhard says, had any money drops yet? Like the magical for sale items? We got a couple. Actually, I think we seen two or three of the Eye of Shadow. I put it in the bank here. Let me see if I can show you. Options. No, it's not options. Here. Show warehouse. I put it in the Stalwart Vanguard. I don't know if I can show it to you from here. I thought I'd be able to show you the guild bank. I guess not. But yeah, we got a few Eye of Shadows. Here, let's see if Eye of Shadow. Yeah, Atlas loot only works for dungeons loot. But those are like, the Eye of Shadow at least, they're selling for like 180 gold. Whenever I went to go put the one that I ended up just throwing in the bank up, they were actually dropped down to 80 gold. So that's as much of a money item as I've seen. Other than that, we get mystic runes. Mystic runes have been dropping pretty consistently for us. The Eye of Shadows are 50 gold on Horde side. Yeah, pretty much. On my way, Pink Rose. Sorry, I fell behind. Sorry, Pink Rose fell asleep. I'm almost there. Fail one. Nope, I did not. You were wrong. You blaming quote-unquote hunters, but it's actually me who's killing you, and it's so boring to watch every day. I'm done talking to you. You were frustrated. Get some meds. What is going on? Asmodel says, you started a conversation in the BGs. Anyways, I'm not here to hurt or thrash you. Then why you need to call me a name in this chat after losing a BG? Fail one says, but the funny fact is you start whining when I kill you, so you better describe nerf fail one. Muahaha. Also did for yesterday. I saw you yesterday in the BG. Hey, it's Riverboat. I wonder if he ever got his spec figured out. For a long while, Riverboat was using demon armor. I was trying to tell him that he needed to switch his demon armor from demon skin to demon armor. He's all PvP'd out. Nice, buddy. He's been PvPing. Okay. Server restart. What? No! How could they? Alright, Pink Rose, I'm here. Let's try to get a legendary drop before it ends. Before the server restarts. Let's see, Frostbrand, Earth Living, good. I don't know how I was getting Wind Fury attack. My buffs were probably wonky. Okay. Server restart, 1 minute 30 seconds. I don't like that at all. I want that to be at least a little bit the right color. Server restart, 1 minute. The Stalwart Vanguard is recruiting members. We currently need tanks and heals. As the server restart. Everybody's paying attention to chat now. Need Heals Fleet says, wow, that Hunter nerf was fast. The server has restarted already. Ah, server restart. They're probably doing something with the loot tables. It looks like Andorhal's up right now, but I doubt it is. I'm gonna wait for a second. It was just a restart. Is it already back up? No, it's not back up yet. I'm gonna go bio right quick while it's going down and back up, Pink Rose. I'll be right back, guys. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to another episode of Elude Stalwart playing the Project Ascension Andorhal PvP server. This is episode 51. And once again, my name's... Pete Vega, not Pete Vega. Bernhard. Earlier I told you my stats. I was mistaken. They are a little better than that. I was stamina stack. Earlier I told you my stats. I was mistaken. They are a little better than that. I was stamina stacking whenever I told you those stats. So I'm at 809 attack power and 25% chance to crit. My defenses are 27% chance to dodge, which is going to really help here in the dungeons. And that's why I was going ohm whenever I was trying to heal myself earlier too. Ah, okay. And shit's going to die quicker too because I have more attack power. Illuminati. No, last time I logged out, the day before yesterday, I was PvPing. I wanted to PvP. So, I went stam stacking, did some battlegrounds. Well, I queued for some battlegrounds, but they didn't pop. I ended up just running with tricks. I hopped on Elusive Valor and we were running in, we tried to go to STV, but we ended up going to Duskwood and doing some quests with him. Elusive Valor did ding, level 26. I didn't want to make too many levels because y'all were still lower than me at that time. But I guess in hindsight, I should have actually kept running even higher. Herod, you lonely bastard. You're sitting here in your basement all this time waiting for a new Talender. Ain't you never heard of Facebook? You could have just posted. Run! Blades of Light hurts! Get him, Void. Light, give him strength. He cleaves too, so if you're standing in front of him, you're gonna eat them cleaves. Yay! The Raging Berserker helm. That's a decent helm. Very decent. It's so decent. I think it's like the same stats you got on right now. Oh, I forgot about all these. I always forget about these things. Was that any better for you? 13 strength, 8 stamina. The one you had 4 strength, 15 stamina, 14 crit strike rating. That I don't think you can beat that crit strike rating, especially if you're running Savage Defense. You may want that crit strike rating over anything. Okie dokie. We'll run out, pick up Pete Vega, aka Traxy, and head into some cathedral. Oh, and I got some more noggin fogger. It's been proccing slow fall a lot for me lately. I don't know why. Yeah, so that's like 4 in a row, slow fall. 5 in a row, slow fall. There we go. Bony man at least. All I really get it for is the mini man person. I want to be mini man. Parkour. 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 Dun, dun, dun. But plus, like, whenever I'm like this, I'm a dude playing a dude.
I know who I am. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Ah. Alright, we're gonna go in here. Oh wait, we gotta summon Traxy. You know what? F this. I'm tired of not having access to what I'm looking for. Let's put it alphabetical where the Alrighty, I'm back. Still trying to log in here. I don't know if it's up yet. Doesn't look like it is. Uh-oh, what did they break? Let's see what the announcements say on Discord. Nothing, no announcements. Maybe this is the at Ascension advertisement they gave yesterday that says, at everyone, okay, we have some big surprises coming this month. Hashtag update. Maybe this is the surprise. Surprise, server restarts actually take the game down for an hour. I'm surprised. Ooh, you know what this reminds me of actually? I was going to do something kind of fancy. Show y'all the web browser here. What's this? Conquest of Azeroth is a Wrath of the Lich King client with 20 custom classes, including Necromancer, Witch Doctor, Tinker, Old God Cultist, and many more. The closed alpha is in 2 months. Now, this was a month ago, so I think they're actually in the closed alpha right now. If you... Okay, the guy that made it, he also made another server. I forget what it was called. But he said that he wants to launch an official closed alpha in 2 months whenever he's on university break, and he said if you want to try it out to click here, so I'm clicking there. And here at the top it says Conquest of Azeroth. Let me see if I can show y'all. Conquest of Azeroth. So, the Conquest of Azeroth is in alpha in October, late November. Here's the Discord. I'm going to join that Discord. Join. And they have an announcements. Let's see. Okay, so we joined the Discord. We're gonna join the subreddit as well. Account registration, that's what we need to... Aha! Okay, so I'll do the registrar here. Give me a quick second to fill out this infos. I'm not a robot. Register. Success. Redirecting. Okay. Thanks for registering. The alpha will begin early to mid-November, but until then, please join our Discord. You can ask questions about the project here. And if you want to help support the project, please consider making a donation here. Please remember, Conquest to Azeroth is a 3 XP, or 3 times EXP, Wrath of the Lich King server with 20 classes, and it's a different server from Tales of Terath. If you're looking for the 20 class server and have found yourself on Tales of Terath, you are in the wrong place. Now Tales of Terath, that was the last one that he made. And I hadn't heard of that one either, so I wanted to check it out. Now I'm going to subscribe to his subreddit. $10 or more donations give your account name, include your account name to get an exclusive pre-alpha support mount. This mount will be available for all of your future characters, and you can access it at a reduced speed even from level 1. Okay, so if you donate $10 or more, then you get access to this mount. Let me show y'all what it looks like. That's the mount for a donation of $10 or more. I don't know why these websites choose to scale improperly. Okay. Now, we are registered. Let's see if we can actually get to anything. Download the patch. Oh, okay. We already are registered. It says mid to late November. So maybe we'll have to wait till next month. I don't know. We've signed up for the alpha. Okay. So we're signed up for that. We're going to keep an eye on it. The Conquest of Azeroth. And then I'll let you guys know on this channel like what comes of it if I even bother playing it. And maybe I'll stream it if I'm able to. Let's see if the server's back up. No, the server appears to still be down. Here, we log back in. Yeah, it looks like it's still down. It looks like it's up, but it's down. Strange. What's up, Pink Rose? Sargeras is up. Andorhal appears to still be down though. I was just showing the stream the Conquest of Azeroth. I was thinking about checking that out. Sure. Here's a link to the website. Now they have classes like the Guardian, the Necromancer. I'm gonna fix my cropping here. So this is the Conquest of Azeroth. That link there in chat takes you here. They got for their classes, the Guardian, the Necromancer, the Riftblade, the Son of Argal, Sundancer, Tinkerer, and Witch Hunter. The Guardian. The Guardian is a tank in every sense of the word. With their shield, they take on the duty of protecting their allies from harm through any means necessary. The Guardians inspire allies and are always ready to lead the charge against the enemy. Inspiration, War Banners, highly defensive, mail and plate armor, energy user, mechanics and gameplay. Guardians have no use for magic. Their powers lie in the ability to stand strong against enemies. Guardians use energy as their primary resource. In combat, Guardians accumulate an additional resource called Inspiration. Through various abilities, Inspiration reduces the damage taken by nearby allies by 1% per stack. Some abilities, however, will consume your Inspiration to grant additional effects. This means that the Guardian has a choice. Either they can build up their Inspiration and avoid using their abilities that consume it, or in order to ensure that allies are safe, or the Guardian can choose to constantly consume their Inspiration, making them more effective in some situations, but also putting their allies more at risk. Guardians also use War Banners that provide different bonuses to allies in their immediate vicinity. The Guardian's biggest downfall is its complete lack of ranged attacks and awkward/lacking mobility. Pink Rose says FFS can't see a bit to sign up for it. Barrett back bio. You can't seem to. What? Can't see a bit to sign up for it. Alright, I'll wait for you to get back. The class can be very easy to play, but mastering it requires fast decision making and flawless timing. The aspect of timing is important for the real-time blocking that Guardians are capable of. Session expired back here. Hold on. Keeping an eye on this. So the aspect of timing is important for the real-time blocking that Guardians are capable of, and the effective placement of banners. The backstory. There is little to say about the Guardians. They have no heroic origin story, no order that binds them. Guardians are simply noble warriors that dedicate themselves to selfless service of others. Sample abilities. So their first ability is Arcing Strike. This will inflict 120% weapon damage to an enemy and its nearest allies. Welcome back, Pink Rose. And that'll also affect up to 3 targets, kind of like Cleave, I guess. It's a 3-second cooldown for 35 energy and melee range. If you have at least 5 inspiration, you can consume it and regain 10% of your maximum health. Okay. Still trying to log in the back. May have to restart Ascension, it seems. Alright, Guardian Slam, 40 energy, 12-second cooldown, requires shields. You slam into the target with your shield, dealing 200% weapon damage and interrupting the spell being cast, in addition to stunning the target for 2 seconds. Pete Vega, hey, how's it going? You at the gym, man? Guardian Slam also generates 2 inspiration. If you have at least 10 inspiration, you can consume it and reset the cooldown of Step into the Arena. Okay, so this one has at least 5 if you consume it to gain health. And this one has 2 if you consume it. Well, this actually generates inspiration. But then if you have 10, you can consume it and reset the cooldown of Step into the Arena. Banner of Regeneration. This is a 25 energy, 45-second cooldown with a 1.5 second cast. You throw down a Banner of Regeneration, healing nearby allies for 4% of their maximum health every second, and this lasts up to 8 seconds or until it's destroyed. Inspiration. Inspiring. You and nearby allies have a 2% reduced damage taken for 2 minutes. Okie dokie. It looks like it's a stackable thing. It has 2 on it. So that's the Guardian. Necromancer. This is the one I'm kind of looking at. Let me try to log in over here on the side. Unable to connect. Yeah, I think it's actually down. You're going to that one, Elude. Oh, you're gonna do the Necromancer, Pink Rose? The Necromancer has a supreme mastery over the dead, using frost, plague, and shadow magic to slowly eat away at their enemies and raise the dead to do their bidding. Armies of minions, damage over time, control, cloth armor, energy, mana, and life force user. Life force, okay. He looks pretty badass. Mechanics and gameplay. The Necromancer uses a life force system to summon their minions. There are many minions at the disposal of the Necromancer, but each costs different amounts of life force to summon. This means that the Necromancer must carefully select which minions they will need before entering battle. When a summoned minion dies, their life force is returned to you. For example, a Necromancer could choose to summon many weak skeletons to overrun their foes, or they could choose to summon 2 large, tanky flesh golems to help them solo difficult enemies. In addition to their minions, Necromancers use many damage over time effects to kill enemies. The backstory. In service of the Lich King, many former mages of Dalaran chose to use their mastery of the arcane for a darker purpose. With years of training under the tutelage of Kel'Thuzad and his colleagues, the Necromancers of the Scourge arose by the thousands to bolster the ranks of the Lich King's army. When the Death Knight of Archerus broke free from the Lich King's grasp, so too did many of the Necromancers that were by their sides. Interesting. And with that, they chose to serve their respective former factions, the Horde and the Alliance. Yeah, I signed up for it too. Did you join their Discord? Make sure you join their Discord, because I think they're going to announce stuff there. Sample abilities. Arcing Strike. 35 energy, 3-second cooldown. This is called Conquest of Azeroth. It's a new private server that's going to be coming out. And early to mid next month, I think they said they're going to start a closed alpha. And I heard about it in one of Tommy Ruin's videos, and he actually was playing, which one was it? He was playing the Witch Hunter on his video and talking about it. It looked pretty legit. It's set in Wrath of the Lich King, so, and like you just saw, the Necromancer here, whenever the Death Knights broke free from the Lich King's grasp, so too did the Necromancers. So it's all World of Warcraft. They left most of the World of Warcraft stuff intact, like all the quest chains and all the dungeons and the raids. And it's using that whole theme to introduce up to 20 new classes. And this is the second of the 20 new classes that we're checking out right now. And I think it's like, it's something like, it'll have these kind of Guardian, Necromancer, Riftblade classes, but then there's also going to be like subclasses that these guys can kind of like take paths into. So it's, I think it works kind of like, you know how the warrior, the priest, and the mage all have 3 different specs. So like the Guardian will probably have like 3 different paths. The Necromancer will probably have its own. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's supposed to be 20. So yeah, each of these will probably have 3 of them. One of them's probably only going to have 2 of them. Probably the Guardian. But yeah, there'll be like 3 specialties for each of these classes. Some sample abilities for the Necromancer are Arcing Strike. It's 35 energy, it's a melee range attack on a 3-second cooldown. It inflicts 120 weapon damage and inflicts, or 120% of weapon damage to an enemy and its nearest allies, affecting up to 3 targets. If you have at least 5 inspiration, you can consume it and regain maximum health. Oh, okay, so this is the same sample abilities as the Guardian. So they don't have any different ones for the Necromancer. They have one called the Riftblade. I think he'd probably have the same. Oh, he's got different. Let's get to that. The Riftblade is a deadly combination of arcane magic, weapon essence, and subtlety. They strike from the shadows to silently take out their enemies in a flash of arcane and fury. They have stealth, mage slaying, weapon essence, and teleportation. Mechanics and gameplay. The primary mechanic of a Riftblade's combat arsenal is its weapons essence. A number of different essences can be applied to the Riftblade's weapons at the cost of mana. Then, through the use of certain abilities, the Riftblade can release all active essences to perform certain effects, such as inflicting additional damage, stunning enemies, or healing the player. On top of essences, Riftblades are adapted at slaying mages, primarily through stealing their mana, which they can use to power their own spells. That's cool. Riftblades are also masters of portal magic, and they can warp around at high speeds and teleport both themselves and enemies to magic portals that they can create. That's pretty legit. I'm still trying to log in the background here. It looks like the servers are completely down. So everybody get ready for Project Ascension to have some XP bonus or some kind of a swag that they usually give whenever they do stuff like this. Backstory. Years ago, a group of student mages residing in Karazhan stumbled upon a hidden book of spells that were used to harm other mages. That's interesting how they're incorporating some of the, like, the not lore, but they're incorporating some of the Azeroth and World of Warcraft stuff into this version here. I like that. Like, they were residing in Karazhan. Like, Karazhan, that's cool. And they found a hidden book of spells. And that sounds totally likely, because Karazhan's where Medivh is. But anyways, at this time, these spells were outlawed within magical educational institutions, and the faculty tried to confiscate the book from them. Sounds like Harry Potter. Frustrated, the students practiced their stealth abilities silently, and when they were confident enough, they stole the book back from the professor. So some of these mage students practiced stealth abilities and snuck and stole the book back from their professor. The book held many secrets. From these secrets, the group of rebel mages soon spawned a new order of magic users. That sounds totally feasible. That's awesome. Bounty hunters from all reaches of Azeroth that specialized in taking out wizards. That's what they became. After dropping out of mage school, the former students became very wealthy in their new order, the Mystic Cartel, eventually stealing more students from the mage school to turn into assassins for the cartel. After years back and forth, the professors allowed the rebels to enter, or to re-enter Karazhan rather, and constructed an additional wing to the school in which the Mystic Cartel bounty hunters could teach their craft to aspiring students. Once the craft had been redefined, this new order of Riftblade mages had mastered portal magic, weapon essence, and stealth, and few dared to cross them. Alright, some abilities that these guys might get is Mana Strike, 30 mana, melee range, instant cast, requires a weapon. This is an instant strike that causes 3 arcane damage and releases any and all of your current essences onto the target. Essence of Life, this is a 457 mana instant cast 2-second cooldown. Empowers you with the Essence of Life for 20 seconds. Releasing this essence will heal 5% of your total health, or 5% of your health, and stacks up to 5 times. So you'll end up getting 5 stacks for 25% of your health, it sounds like, for 20 seconds. And this is a 2-second cooldown. Nexus Prison, 686 mana, 20 yard range, 8-second cooldown. Teleports the target enemy to the nearest mana gate and stuns them for a short duration. Stun duration is increased based on how far the target is from the mana gate. So if you can cast this at a 20 yard range, you'll do even more damage. I like it. I really like the lore behind this guy. I might be a Riftblade. So far it looks like I'm gonna be a Riftblade. Son of Aragal. Let's see what these are. Oh, this one has a different banner. Son of Aragal. Look, it's got some of the trademark Elude Stalwart fading there. And then it's got a guild tabard design and PvP sword thing. This whole page is a little different. These are these look like werewolves. Okay, so they're leather, they're dual wield, they have rage, they're a melee damage dealer. Their favorite gameplay is both PvP and PvE. Their primary stat is agility. Their secondary stat is strength. The Son of Aragal is a burst damage melee class that relies on Worgen form in order to deal most of its damage. Being able to maintain Worgen form for an extended period of time and utilizing the burst window effectively are essential to maximizing your damage output as a Son of Aragal. So the class archetype is a rogue. They have high sustain, burst, damage, highly offensive, and they're simple to play. Periods of downtime. That's the cons. So the pros were high sustain, burst damage, highly offensive, simple to play, and the con was periods of downtime. And they even got a Tales of Terrath teaser trailer here. I wonder why they got Tales of Terrath there. This is the Conquest of Azeroth. In combat, the Son of Aragal generally wants to, at first, build rage through form abilities, since the Worgen form will last much longer depending on how much the user has when the spell is cast. Activating Worgen form drains all the energy forcing them quickly to find a way to gain more, as most Worgen abilities also require rage to use. Outside of Worgen form, Sons of Aragal are useless, but in Worgen form they're able to tear enemies to shreds in seconds. The general rotation for this class consists in generating a sufficient amount of rage, popping form, dealing as much damage as possible, and then repeating this process. The Son of Aragal have single target damage and are capable of consistently self-healing in Worgen form, making both PvE and PvP useful. That sounds kind of like a Fury Warrior, but with a werewolf theme. It's just all about going feral on some folks. Alright, the backstory. These are interesting. I like the backstory so far. In Azeroth's past, an order of druids attempted to take on the aspect of the wolf spirit in Goldrin in order to combat the satyr. So some druids were getting desperate and wanted to become werewolves. Unfortunately for them, druids were transformed. The druids were transformed into ferocious, uncontrollable beasts known as long afterward. These cursed druids were banished to the Andorhal Dream. I think the text is scaling off. Ah, okay, here we go. I tried to maximize it more so we could read it, but the margins are not cooperating. Okay, so unfortunately for them, these druids were transformed into ferocious, uncontrollable beasts known as worgen. Okay, now it's not getting chopped off so bad. Not long after, these cursed druids were banished to the Emerald Dream, where they would remain for many years before being summoned back to Azeroth by Archmage Argal. Ooh, interesting. Now from Shadowfang Keep, Argal watches over the worgen, and many whom have learned to control their worgen form through the Scythe of Elude. Those who have called themselves the Sons of Argal and use their worgen form as a weapon against those who seek to do them harm. Acquisition is a quest reward from Shadowfang Showdown or the Conquest Store. Oh right, some of these classes in the Conquest of Azeroth aren't available at first. You have to actually get certain world drops or do certain quest chains in order to unlock some of the extra classes available. Yeah, Pink Rose, I've been trying to log in this whole time and it's still down. Try again. Yeah, it's still down. Sample abilities. Some sample abilities they'll get are Blood Moon Blast, 50-yard range. It hurls a cursed bolt of magic at the target, dealing 75% of weapon damage and generating 12 rage. And that's a 1.5 second cast. So this generates rage. And they're generating rage so they can shift back into the worgen move. Ravenous Bite is a 10 rage, 1 second cooldown. You can bite the target, dealing 250% weapon damage and healing you for 12 to 14. This move requires worgen form. So it sounds like you're spamming Blood Moon Blast until you can go into Curse of the Worgen. It's an instant cast, 10-second cooldown. It consumes all your rage to activate worgen form, increasing your attack speed by 150% and all damage you take by 50%. Sounds like a Fury Warrior to me. Lasts 1 second per 4.5 rage consumed. So the more rage you consume, the longer you can stay in the worgen form. And the thing about rage is that caps at 100, I think. So at max, you're going to be able to consume 4.5 seconds or 4.5 rage per second. So you'll be able to stay in worgen form for like 20 seconds before you go back to Blood Moon blasting. It has a 10 rage lunge. It's a 5 to 30 yard gap closer, it sounds like. Lunges towards your target requiring worgen form. And then Lupine Shred, 20 rage, melee range, 6 seconds. Tear through the target's flesh, dealing 180% weapon damage. And an additional 10 to 11 damage every 2 seconds for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. Okay, so that's the worgen. I don't know. That sounds fun. Like, I like the roleplay of it, but I don't know if I would enjoy that gameplay. Of course, I really dig on Fury Warrior, so maybe I would like that. The Sun Dancer. This is a premium support class using a range of melee and ranged attacks, charged by holy magic and energy for sun, or from the sun. So this is like a sun cultist type. Sunlight, holy magic, snowball style gameplay, cloth armor, mana user. I think what they mean by snowball style is it ramps up. So it'll probably start slow and then it'll start doing more and more damage and cool stuff whenever combat, goes on. Mechanics and gameplay. The Sun Dancer builds stacks of sunlight through their abilities, which will increase their healing and damage dealt with each attack. Additionally, many of the Sun Dancer's abilities gain additional effects increasing with the levels of sunlight. However, unlike some other classes, the sunlight resource is rarely consumed, meaning they are able to snowball over the duration of a fight and become exponentially more powerful. The Sun Dancer must rely on close quarters combat in order to initiate their fights and build their sunlight in the early stages of battle. This makes them play like a snowballing combination of a paladin and a priest. Backstory. When Kel'Thas took over the Blood Elves, or took the Blood Elves to Outland, a small group of priests split from the herd to form an order they called the Disciples of the Sun, and they were fascinated by the power that they could draw from the ancient primal sun illuminated the barrens of what is once known as Draenor. For reasons unknown, the sun's power was far stronger here than on Azeroth. For a few years, the Disciples of the Sun honed their priestly ways to form combat using the sun from Outland as a source of their power, in addition to light. The Disciples eventually cut their ties with Kel'Thas completely, inviting members of other priesthoods from Azeroth to join their rank. Soon their order became rather large, and their primary goal was combating the demons of Outland in defense of Azeroth. After Kel'Thas fell and Outland's demons were no longer a major threat to Azeroth, the Disciples of the Sun were left without a cause. After many lengthy discussions between the elders of the Order, a decision was made. Liaris Everlight was a founding member of the Order, entered a meditative state atop of one of the mountains in Hellfire Peninsula. She would become a conduit to the sun's energy in Outland, allowing her Order's members to harness the power from Azeroth for as long as the Dark Portal stands and Everlight lives. Before departing, the Order built an impenetrable temple around Everlight, where she remains to this day. The Disciples of the Sun returned to Azeroth, their homeworld, to tackle whatever threat would next arise. The Disciples eventually drifted apart, but most kept refining their craft. No longer a singular order, these Sun Dancers became more or less a mercenary battle priest, fighting for whatever cause they could find. And then they got just the default Guardian sample abilities here. That sounds interesting. I really dig the Paladins. I don't know if I would like these guys. They dual wield, it looks like. They're like a priest that snowballs. They have a Tinker. I was curious about this one. Tinker. Okay. Let's see if we can get a better look at the picture here. It looks just like a dwarf. Looks like a straight rip from the dwarf. Okay, so they're armoritized leather, ranged in ammo primarily. So they're ranged. It sounds like they just combined engineers with hunters so far. Hold on, let me see if I can log in here behind here. Login servers appear to still be down. Alright, the Tinker is a unique... see, they're opening it with unique. The Tinker is a unique gun-wielding range damage and utility class that uses turrets, mechs, and special ammunition systems to take down foes from afar. Their class archetype is a rogue. Their pros they're consistent. They're powerful. They have powerful turrets, strong ranged attacks, utility skills. Their cons are lack of reliable mobility, turrets are stationary, and they have little burst damage. Pink Rose says, I downloaded the Leecher and patch for it. Oh, the launcher and the patch for it? Cool. So you got the launcher and the patch ready to go if you get accepted into the alpha. These guys so far, they just sound like engineers from WildStar. Mechanics and gameplay. The Tinker's main source of consistent damage comes in the form of Black Powder Shot. This is a basic shoot ability that'll consume 1 stack of your active ammunition buff to fire. Using a reload ability will give you 4 stacks of the respective ammunition buff, which you can then use to fire your gun. The standard maximum for ammunition is 6 rounds, or 6 stacks. Tinkers will generally have to load their gun before engaging combat, and several times throughout combat. Different kinds of ammunition have different effects. Standard ammo will simply deal additional damage based on your strength, whereas puncturing ammo will reduce your enemy's armor, for example. Turrets. The other main aspect of a Tinker is their array of turrets and utility mechs. Turrets generally act similar to shaman totems. They're stationary guardians that will attack the Tinker's current target, dealing damage on the Tinker's based on the Tinker's stats. They got kind of a short backstory. A vast number of Azeroth's engineers have, in recent times, devoted a lot more time to their professions, advancing their skills far beyond creating gizmos and gadgets. These self-proclaimed tinkerers have turned their craft into a combat style and now engage in battle using their inventions. That's actually a pretty short and simple and actually kind of cool sounding backstory. I actually dig that because it literally does sound like they just took the engineers and made them a class. Acquisition. The Tinkerer is a default class and it doesn't require anything to select. So just right off rip you can get the Tinker. You don't have to do any extra stuff. And then they got Reload. It's a 40-yard range that is a 1.5 second cast that generates 4 standard ammunition. This is the out of combat, I'm not doing DPS ability here. So you're spamming these 1.5 second casts to get your ammo up. And then Black Powder Shot, 20 energy, 45-yard range, 2.7 second cooldown. It's kind of a weird cooldown amount. Requires a ranged weapon. You'll fire a gunshot, dealing 150% weapon damage as physical damage. And each time you use it, you'll consume 1 ammo. And you'll get 4 from reload, so okay. The Build Blast Cannon. So this is where tinkering comes into play, I guess. A 1.5 second cast, 1.5 minute cooldown. You build a blast cannon that will fire a cannon blast at your current target, dealing area of effect damage every 4 seconds for 40 seconds. They have a Build Ammo Bay. You build an ammo bay that will give you 10 standard ammunition when right clicked up to 5 times. Oh, I guess that keeps you from having to reload. That's cool. It lasts 1 minute, so this will have a 2-minute downtime while you're reloading. Rocket boots. You launch yourself upward and forward. Rocket boots sounds legit. Okay. So Tinker, that's an interesting class. And the very last one is Tommy Ruin's Witch Hunter. This is the class that I've seen Tommy Ruin playing. Something like if you've ever seen Van Helsing, this is like the Van Helsing chick that what's her name played, Kate Beckinsale. The Kate Beckinsale is an extremely mobile, fast-paced range damage dealer that utilizes both shadow and magic and physical weapons to slay foes from afar without ever sustaining an injury. Their leather dual wield represented as crossbows, rage and mana. They're a range damage dealer with PvP favored gameplay. They have agility as a primary stat and spell power as their secondary stat. This is a pretty cool class to see playing. It seems like it would be very annoying to fight one of these in the battlegrounds. Their class archetype is a rogue, and they have ranged, highly mobile, and highly offensive pros. Their cons are they're highly susceptible to damage, so they're super squishy, and they're often resource starved, and they require constant attention to play well. Their mechanics and gameplay. Pinkro says the launcher looks cool. I opened the game up. Oh really? Was it? Are you able to actually like start doing stuff, or is it just like? I haven't actually downloaded it yet. I probably will soon. Project Ascension is still down. Alex Chimsharov says, "Yo, Elude, what would be the best pet for a farmer / PvEer?" I like bears. Bears are pretty good. I think you can make the bears get a thunder stomp, and they already come with a swipe that'll hit multiple targets. And as long as you got like feign death, fade, and as a night elf, you can get shadow milled to kind of give threat back to your pet. Another reason why I would say bears too is because they eat anything. You can feed them meat or cheese or like all kinds of stuff. So if you want all the bad guys on your pet, and you want your pet to tank, then a bear. But if you want something that just has high damage output, I usually go with a cat. Cats have the fastest attack in the game. Wolves are really good, like Pink Rose is saying, because they give you either an attack power buff when they howl or a crit strike buff. I can't remember. And wolves eat primarily meat. Cats and wolves, they both, you would need to keep meat on hand in order to feed those. And don't get me started on rare or special pets that you can go get. Alright, the mechanics and gameplay for the Kate Beckinsale is the most basic rotation comes from Coiling Bolt, Dark Bolt, which are the only two abilities that cost mana. Both of these abilities generate rage. The Witch Hunter's primary resource, the most of their abilities require rage, so since the Witch Hunter has no passive mana regen, the mana cap of 250, they must use their primary mobility spell Vault in order to regenerate the mana at a cost of rage. So they're generating rage and spending it on Vault to generate mana. Interesting. In addition to rushing forward in a straight line and gaining a movement speed boost, so they're using Vault and then they also rush forward in a straight line and gain a movement speed boost. These primary abilities give the Witch Hunter or the Kate Beckinsale the framework for a very slippery range damage dealer. Beyond this basic structure, the Kate Beckinsale has a wide array of damage and utility ability costs rage. Overall, the Witch Hunter specializes in mobility, sustained single target damage, damage evasion, making them excellent for PvP, especially against melee classes like Guardians, Sundancers, Cultists, Barbarians, etc. At the lack of mobility and gap closers. Oh, that lack ability and gap closers. So everybody they're fighting, like all these other classes, don't have gap closers, so that makes them super OP because they can stay away. Monks and other certain range classes, specifically those with a lot of crowd control or stuns, are quite effectively locked down and destroy a witch hunter though. So they know that the Witch Hunter is kind of broken and they made counter classes for them. The backstory. For the backstory, watch Van Helsing and pay attention to Kate Beckinsale. Acquisition, the reward, the witching, or the conquest store. So you have to do a quest in order to unlock the witching. Or you can go to their conquest store, which I imagine is just like any other cash shop in any other game. And then they use Coiling Bolt, Dark Bolt, Midnight, and Escape Shot. Coiling Bolt is a 20 mana, 20 yard range, 0.25 second cast. It fires a bolt at the target, dealing 150% weapon damage and increases dodge chance by 20% for 2 seconds. And that stacks up to 3 times. It generates 10 rage or 20 rage if you have not used Coiling Bolt in the past 2 seconds. Dark Bolt is 20 yard range, 35 mana cost, 2.5 second cooldown, instant cast. It has fires a bolt at the target, dealing 250% weapon damage, and can only be used within 2 seconds of Coiling Bolt. And this generates 15 rage. So the last one generates 10 rage, and then Dark Bolt generates 15 rage, and then you spend rage on Midnight. This is a 40-second cooldown instant cast. It increases the caster's chance to dodge by 25% for 6 seconds, healing them for 8 to 10 every second for the duration, and at the end of the duration, you deal 300% of weapon damage to all nearby enemies and stun them. And then Escape Shot is a 15 rage, 10 yard cooldown, or 10 yard 4 second cooldown that fires a shot at the target, dealing 200% of weapon damage, and then surges backwards up to 10 yards. So that's the Kate Beckinsale. Interesting. And those are all the classes they have listed there. I was hoping in the time that it took me to read all of that Project Ascension would come back up. However, it's still down. So I think with that, we're going to end this episode right here at a login failure moment. Because yeah, their login or authentication servers are still down. So I appreciate you guys coming and tuning in. We're going to go ahead and wrap this episode 57 up right there. And appreciate y'all watching me. And Elude Stalwart and the Stalwart Vanguard holding it down. So y'all guys take it easy. Peace.